Afternoon, y'all. Oh my god, shit is getting real, is it not, ladies? For all the ladies out there, you know what I mean. It is like our nails, and I don't do my eyelashes because I don't really deal with eyelashes and makeup and all that stuff. But I know that I was just reading a friend's post talking about how she has to get, like, she is so excited because where she's at, they're getting ready to go ahead and kind of open up the work field again and everything. And she gets to go and get her lashes done next week. So she's so excited about that. But I was also just going like, oh my goodness, looking in the mirror, I'm like, check my out. My hair is showing that I'm in my 40s and a mother of 7 children, because my gray is kind of showing a little bit, which is, yeah, well, it just is what it is, right? I don't really care. I was actually contemplating, like, maybe I should just go all gray. It's kind of a fad. It's kind of in style. Do that like blue or purple gray or something. That might be cool. I don't know. No, but, hey Ray, I see that you're on there. No, just sitting here this afternoon, I had a massive amount of stuff that I was going to do. Today's kind of like, Wednesdays are always my day off. I don't really work on Wednesdays. I might do a coaching call or something, but for the most part, I'm just working from home on any given Wednesday, not in quarantine or in quarantine. Wednesday is like a weekend for me. But I do work on my weekends, writing and putting together stuff. And I've got all these launches that I'm doing right now with everywhere from, one-on-one coaching that I put out. That's a 5-week intensive that I put out yesterday. And then this morning I woke up and was like, I really want to go take a walk. And you know what? I should go take a walk with people that also want to take a walk and that want support and things and everything. So I was like, I'm going to activate, COVID 6-foot walk coaching and consults and stuff. I was like, yeah, that sounds good. At least for us here in Texas, I can do that. But I was just thinking about, like, action, 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 and looking out into the world, and with everything that's going on, we have all these circumstances that are happening to us, right? Like COVID's happening to us, quarantine's happening to us, job loss is happening to us, our relationships are getting challenged, that's happening to us. We're having financial crisis hit, that's happening to us. Businesses may topple and not make it through this. I read somewhere that over 80% of restaurants probably will not make it through this whole shutdown process. That's a lot of business owners. That's a lot of jobs. That's a lot of service industry people that are going to be out there and not have anything to do. We got like 16 million people that have filed for unemployment and everything. There's so much circumstantial things that are going on right now that we feel like we just have no control over. Like, we just don't have control over this shit. And it's not just a state, it's not just a city, it's just not a company, it is the world, right? It is the world. And I was just thinking about, like, that's just not a case in my world. Like, that's not, my world's different than a lot of people's world. It just is. And yeah, do I feel the tolls of COVID and everything? To a degree I do. I have absolutely phenomenal clients. I must say, my clients are just absolutely amazing souls, and they happen to, guess what, be so in alignment and doing their work and everything, that even though there is this sway and some of them are stuck working from home right now, and some of them have to limit their businesses and everything, because I work a lot with small business owners, a lot with entrepreneurs, a lot with CEOs and Fortune 500 people and everything, and everybody's just kind of like, we're doing their thing. But here's the thing, they're doing their thing. And what I have heard repeatedly from the people that I've been working with over the course of the last 4 months to 18 months with a lot of the clients that I have, is that, it's kind of a change up of system, because travel's not happening and they're not going to the office and everything, but they're still staying in charge of their circumstances. They're still creating their opportunities. They're still creating their lifestyle, and they're focused in on their lifestyle. And then I look out into the rest of the world, and this is the thing, like, for people like me who I'm surrounded by other individuals that are focused and present and creators, manifestors. So they're creating their lifestyle, they're creating the circumstances in their life, and they know that they're in charge of it. Much like I know that I'm in charge of my world, right? That I can still have fantastic fucking cash flow right now. I can still have amazingly deep, passionate relationship with my partner right now. I can still have amazing, wonderful, playful relationships with my children and with my friends. I can still connect with people. I can still have powerful, game-changing conversations and relationship with my clients. I can still reach out to my followers, and I can still penetrate you guys with different articles and opportunities and live streams, and I can still be engaged. And that is making a choice, because I'm making that choice, much like these dynamic people that I've been working with and friends and family, to look at what am I doing right here and right here, because here's where we create our circumstances, what we're focusing on, how we are really focusing our attention. Are we getting caught up in the media and the game playing that's going on out there? Are we getting caught up in the governmental things? Are we getting caught up in the fear? Are we getting caught up in this mindset of scarcity and disease and crisis and panic? Like everybody's panic. And I'm not saying to not be smart, to not take precaution, okay? Take precaution, be smart. I'm always going to say that. But what I'm talking about is your thoughts and your feelings and where you're bringing your attention, because a lot of the times we think that life happens to us, and that's just not the case. We create life as we go. And the more we can understand that we create life as we go, and that life is manifested through us, through our thoughts, through our feelings, that's where the magic happens, and that's where we keep ourselves in the creation of the circumstance. So we can look at what is being handed to us in world events, and we can go, okay, yeah, maybe I can't change this crisis that the world is going through right now. But what I can do is I can change my response to it. I can be in control of my response to it. I can be in control of my response to my life, to any situation that comes at me, even when it's a little edgy, even when I don't know what's on the other side, even though I don't know exactly how this is going to come out. I can still make a decision for the right here and the right now. I can still choose my highest, best feeling, thought and feeling right now. And you know what that does? Just that one little thing puts us in power of our life. It puts us in charge of our life. This is how we claim our lives. This is how we create that fuck yes life that I am always talking about. This is how, like I was working with a client yesterday, and they brought up, they had said that somewhere along Unconscious Coffee, that I was making some comments around some negative shit that was happening with somebody that I care for, and that I was kind of like slamming their family or something like that. And who knows, I was probably using it in some context. I don't know. But the generalized conversation was that, why were you focused on the negativity of that person's family and how they were getting treated, and as if that is how that is just a norm over there, and you never talk about the shit going on in your own personal household, your own personal life, the drama, the sagas, the this, the that, all that kind of stuff. And my response to this person was, well, it just doesn't happen in my house. Like, it really doesn't. Do we have our ups and downs? Of course, we're human beings. Do we have some disagreements? Of course, there's some disagreements. We're people. And, I don't get along with my children all the time. I don't get along with my guy all the time. We have differences. Okay, that's part of human nature. But because everybody is doing their work, and because everybody is more focused on manifesting the life that they want instead of the life that they fear, guess what we have? We have more of the life of what we want, because we put our attention on the beauty, we put our attention on the joy, we put our attention on the connection, we put our attention on the love, on the light, on the manifestation of the positive instead of the manifestation of the negative. And anytime we water that grass, whatever we're watering, okay, so if we choose to water this grass of the positive, of beauty, of love, of abundance, then what the world gives to us, what life, universe, God presents to us, that energy connection is more of just that. That is what starts showing up for us more and more and more. And that becomes our norm. And once that becomes your norm, then guess what? You don't get a lot of this other crap that you see out there in the world. The saga, the drama, the crisis, the fear, the lack, the scarcity, the arguing, the bitterness, the frustration, the separation, the, sadness, suffering. I'm like, really? We don't have to suffer, people. We don't. That's a choice. That's such a choice. Because we get to choose our thoughts, we get to choose our feelings, we get to choose our best actions in any moment, or we get to choose our worst actions in every moment. We get to choose all of that. And yeah, you don't just go, okay, I'm going to think a happy thought now, and your world change. Because you have such a snowball effect going on the other side, probably. And much like snowballs, you got to let those puppies roll, and you got to let them hit the side of the barn and break apart. But while that snowball of negativity, of suffering is rolling, you can activate a new snowball of positive thoughts, positive feelings, positive actions over here. And by forcing yourself to bring your attention over here and watering this, and bringing more attention to this, you take off the pressure of that negative, that suffering, that fear, and you slowly guide your direction from what was to what you want it to be. And that is how you get the what is of right now, which will be your what is of tomorrow and the next day and the next day, if you choose to bring your attention to that. But you, only you, can make that happen. Only you can make that happen. So today I ask you, are you being, driven by just the circumstances that are happening? Are you thinking that that's what you're just reacting to circumstances? Like, oh, this happened in the world and now I'm going to do this. Oh, that person said that and now I'm going to feel this way. Oh, this person denied me this and now I'm going to... Are you allowing your feelings, your thoughts, your actions, the way that you're viewing the world to be dictated by the circumstances that you see happening? Or are you one of those rare few people out there that actually are in charge of your thoughts, your feelings, and your life? Are you an empowered person? Are you actually one of those rare people that go, I am the motherfucking boss of my life, and I am the one that gets to create the outcomes. I get to create the circumstances. I get to create the circumstances to my life. By the thoughts I'm thinking, by the feelings that I'm having, and by the actions that I'm choosing to take. What yard am I actually watering, right? Like, I get to choose what I put my attention on and what I feed. And whatever I feed grows. So if I want to create my own circumstances, and I want those circumstances to be absolutely amazing, I want that life that I really want. I want the relationship. I want the sex. I want the connection. I want the money. I want the job. I want this. I want the body, I want the health, I want this stuff. Like, if that's what you really want, then bring your attention to it. One of my, I was talking to one of my clients last week, a beautiful, beautiful woman, and right before COVID hit Texas pretty hard, we were talking, and she had come into the office, and it was the first time I got to see her in the office. Whoop, I forgot to turn my phone off like that. Sorry, guys. Okay, it's silence now. But she came into the office, and it was one of the last times I got to see her face to face, in person. And she was sitting there, and she was telling me about how she absolutely hated this job that she was in. And it was just sucking the life out of her. And I believe she used those terms, like, this job is sucking the life out of me. I absolutely hate it. Of course, everybody was starting to lay off around here. Like, the businesses were starting to lay off. Some places were already starting to kind of close. We were revving up for quarantine. We were revving up for all this stuff. So definitely not the time that you would ever contemplate creating a circumstance of getting a new, better, even dream job, right? Like, that's not the moment that you would ever think that this is feasible to do. But she's sitting in the office and we're talking about it. I'm like, well, you manifested this, so why don't you go manifest that job? Like, go manifest what you want. Like, you were powerful, you were strong. If you put your attention to it, you're going to get it. Like, this is what you're going to get if you let yourself believe, if you put faith towards that and take your attention off of the hating of this over here, off of what you're not getting, off of how it's draining you. I want you to bring your attention over here to this. And I kid you not, 3 days later, 3 days. And that is how God, the universe works, right? Like, this is manifestation. This is real, true magic happening, because we can get shit rolling really, really quick. And within 3 days, this beautiful soul, what she did was she landed a job that she didn't even think was possible. She landed this job and she was like, oh my God. And if it's the right amount of money, and it's an incredible environment, and it's like, so it's night and day different. And she doesn't feel like her soul is being stolen from her and drained every single day anymore. Instead, she's being more lit up. She's turned on to her work. She's excited in more ease with her work. And she did it in 3 days. She did it in 3 days. And that's the power of bringing our attention to what we really want, and taking our attention off of what we are fearing, off of the things that we don't want. So she created her own circumstance. She did. She created her own circumstance, much like, I create my own circumstances all the time. And I have taken my life from a life of struggle and not knowing where the next dollar was coming from, and not knowing if I could feed my children, and not feeling supported, and not, not knowing anything, like my power getting turned off, and my car getting repoed, and eviction notice on the door, and all this kind of crap, and having different health issues come up, and all this different stuff. And I've taken it to a lifestyle where I get to take days off at a time when I want. I get to travel. I get to spend quality time with my children, and I get to do it the way I want to do it, and I don't have to worry about the cash flow. And I have beautiful, connected relationships, intimate, deep, penetrative relationships with the people in my life, and I have a beautiful community, beautiful, beautiful community. And, I tell you that because sometimes people think that anybody who preaches and teaches on manifestation, that everybody just came from a place with a silver spoon in their mouth, like this lap of luxury, and that nobody's struggled. But much like there's some great, great leaders out there, you watch Tony Robbins, and you look at just his story and some of the stuff, and I can tell you that some of the best teachers and educators out there on the law of attraction, on manifestation, on creating that fuck yes lifestyle and living according to your truth, according to your power, came from the worst, toughest crap that you can imagine, had to push through, and they had to step into each and every step with just this and they had to learn themselves, and they had to find that faith. They had to find that faith because they were scraping it from the bottom of what felt like nothing. And it is a scary place, and change is a scary place, and trusting in yourself is a scary thing to do, because we've learned how to let ourselves down, and we've learned how to let ourselves really focus on letting ourselves down, and beating ourselves up, and shaming ourselves, and guilting ourselves, and getting so caught up on all this other crap that does not matter. That does not matter. But when you take this into the concept of, all I have to do is water the grass that I want to grow. That's it. I just water the grass that I want to grow. And if I keep my attention there, then that grass is going to grow, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's how I create the life that I want. And you know what? I can start watering that grass right now. I don't have to wait for quarantine to end. I don't have to wait for, a stimulus check to hit my bank account. I don't have to wait for this or this or this. All those reasons that you might have to pause and wait on giving to yourself what you desire the most in this life, in this moment. Those reasons, those are excuses. That's what they are. They are excuses that are just sabotaging you from doing what you were born to do, from being the person that you were born to be, and from living in your truth and empowered. You are a powerful, powerful human being, and it only requires you to just claim it, to just acknowledge it, to just say, yeah, I fucking am powerful. Yes, I can have the life that I want. Yes, I can. I believe in me. I love me. I forgive me for letting me down all those times. And I'm going to choose right now to stop looking at all those times that I let myself down. And instead, I'm going to focus on what I want. I'm going to water this grass right here. I'm going to water it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to water it. I'm going to create my own circumstances by watering it, because you know what the circumstances are? Those are the flowers that I am planting in my own garden, in my own yard, and I'm going to take care of those. I'm going to nurture those. I'm going to baby those. I'm going to focus on those. So, what are the flowers that you're planting? Are you letting the weeds of your neighbor blow in and take over your grass? Are you choosing to water something that's not yours, or are you choosing to water what you want? That's what I want you to ask yourself today. That's what I really, really want you to focus on. You know, here it's a beautiful, beautiful day, an absolutely amazing, incredible day. And yeah, I want you to look out into this world, and I want you to look up in the sky at the clouds, at the blue sky, at the water, at the grass, at the trees. Listen to the birds. Get out in nature. Take a 6-foot walk with somebody if you possibly can. Or if you are really trapped in your house and you're in one of those places that you can't, that you don't have the openness that I am blessed with here in Texas to still be able to walk in my park and stuff, you know, if you can't do that, then at least open your window in your house, your apartment, open that back door and really just take it in, okay? Really, because you need to remember that you're either reacting to circumstances or you are creating your own circumstances. And it is where you choose to water, what grass you choose to water, that actually grows. It is the flowers that you choose to plant that and pay attention to and feed, nurture, that will grow. If you keep giving your attention to the negative and what you don't have and your fear and your frustration and your anger and your everything, this time it's bringing a lot on us. But if you keep doing that, then that's what's going to grow. That's what you're going to attract more of into your life. It is a very, very simple process, and we make it so difficult. We make it so fucking difficult because we think that it has to be hard. But I can tell you that it doesn't. It does not have to be hard. Where your attention goes, that's what you grow. That's what you get back tenfold. So, where are you putting your attention today? On that note, for all of you local people who are wanting like really in-depth one-on-one with me, if you want to take up on the opportunity that I have for the next month, from the 15th of this month to the 15th of April, I am doing what I'm calling a COVID-6 consult. And it is available to the local people here. My consults are on deep discount right now. And yeah, we're walking for an hour at one of my favorite parks up here in Plano. We're just going to go take a walk. You know, if you want to cover your face, bring a little mask, you know, do whatever you need to do to feel safe and secure on that. That's absolutely there. But it is time that we take advantage of this beautiful spring sunshine, take advantage of nature, hear the birds sing, and really start speaking our hearts. So that is what is available to local people. Otherwise, my consults are on special to anybody else in the world, because I do work with people all over the world. The same consult special is available. I just can't walk in the park with you, but we can do a Facebook live chat, or we can do a phone call, of course. And then my other thing that I am running is I am running a 5-week intensive. This is for everybody who wants the opportunity to work with me, who has thought about working with me, but is like, man, I can't afford you, Kendal. Like, you know, like I really just can't afford you. And I've got a couple key points that I just need some shifting, or I need you to just kick my butt a little bit on this stuff. I need you to teach me some of those things that you're always talking about, but not really fully getting. Well, I've come up with a 5-week intensive one-on-one, okay? So yes, you're going to get some group activity, community activity, but you're getting 4 one-on-one calls with me that we will either do phone or over Facebook Live Messenger. And in these 4 calls and through the training, what we're going to be doing is where I'm going to teach you the 7 key elements to shifting your life, to saying yes to yourself, even in these questionable times that we're in right now. So if you feel a little edgy in your relationship, in your love life, right? With your sex, maybe you're questioning if you even want to be with the person that you're with. Maybe you're questioning, how do I get with somebody? Like, I'm totally stuck in my house. I feel lost. And this has really just made me feel like I don't want to be alone anymore. Like, I don't ever want to do this again. Are you questioning your money? Are you questioning your health? Are you questioning, like boundaries, different things like that? Whatever it might be, we're going to take what your primary primary focus is, and I'm going to teach you the 7 key elements as to how to deal with that primary focus over 5 intensive weeks, 4 one-on-one calls with me, a whole bunch of amazing training, bonus content, all of that stuff at a freaking deep discount. Okay, so this is absolutely crazy. It's not very much more than what my consult costs itself. So, I mean, this is definitely, you can do the consult with me if you want the really deep dive, more like really intensive. That's from the elite people out there who really want to have somebody by their sides almost 24/7. Not really. I'm not by anybody's side 24/7 except for my own. But if you really want that deep dive there, then yes, do the COVID 6 walk special on that. But if you are looking for something that is more within budget and you got like those key points and you're like, I just need somebody to grab a hold of me and shift my shit for me and go, okay, this is what you're going to do. And here are the 7 steps to get what you want so that you come out of this quarantine where you're basically saying, fuck quarantine, I am the boss of my life. And here are the steps to do it. Well, then take advantage of that. Both of those have links in the comment section provided for you, so you can take advantage of that. Both of those are on a time limit. The special for the fuck quarantine, I am the boss of my life, well, that ends on May 3rd, okay? And my COVID 6-foot walk for consultations and deep discount on consultations in general ends on May 15th. After that time frame, I'm proclaiming that our world is like kicking it back up, and I got travel on my books, so I hope that you do too, because I can't wait to get my butt to Ireland. That got, I had to postpone Ireland, I had to postpone Costa Rica, I had to postpone New York, and I'm like, that was 3 trips that I've postponed, and if anybody who knows me, that's like just not my style. I'm like, I would much rather be traveling every 4, 5, 6 weeks and going and enjoying this beautiful world of ours, but that's for the rest. We're just going to be cranking out some awesome, amazing, beautiful adventures, and as soon as the gates are open. And yeah, so if you have any questions on anything I've shared here, make sure that you reach out to me. You want to know more that you are not finding on the links, reach out to me. And at the end of all of this, I want you really truly to consider, look at your life, look at what you're focusing on, and ask yourself, am I being reactive to the circumstances, or am I creating my circumstances? Because you get to choose. You do. And the sooner you realize that you are the boss of that you get to choose what is happening in your life, well, the sooner you're going to actually get to choose a happy, abundant, turned on, amazing situation for yourself, amazing experiences and life and joy for yourself. But you've got to want it, and you've got to learn to water the grass that will feed that kind of lifestyle, that will feed those kind of relationships and that kind of abundance to flow into your life. That nobody, no coach can help you actually achieve. No doctor is going to be able to give you a prescription for. No amount of protection is going to keep you away from the bad stuff out there. No amount of, nothing but you and only you, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. That's what's going to get that for you. Now, I can help guide you to that. Other people can help guide you. We can give you the steps. We can help you. We can a little bit hey, do this, check that out. But you've got to want it. And you've got to do more than just lip service for wanting it. You've got to actually apply yourself. You've got to know that you are worthy of it. And you've got to be willing to bring your attention to it every single day. Every single day. Because the true work of transformation, of making that shit happen and really realizing your power and your worthiness comes from conscious action, in conscious thinking, conscious feeling, in conscious action. And that is what makes it happen. But you've got to become present right here and right here and right here first. Okay, guys, I love you, and I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Remember, stop existing, start living. You are worthy of the life that you want to live, and I will see you tomorrow.